Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV. And before we get to the football this evening, we've got the Hot Press show. So I've got me, Talk Man, you and me. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, good.
Not nervous or anything?
No, I've got a really kind of strange, kind of excited feeling. It's weird. I've never had this before. um, yeah, I don't know what it is. I've had it all morning since I woke up. It's like, whoa, this feels different. So, yeah, it's because it's
Just know
coming
there's
home.
something coming.
Yeah, it's because
You
it's
know
coming
there's
home,
something.
mate. It's coming home. I'm
Yeah,
telling you. It's coming home.
yeah, hope
And do you know
so.
what today? You know what day today is, don't you?
Yeah.
Eh?
Well,
You don't know what today? What you don't know what day it is today?
uh, no, I'm lost.
Look
Go
at the
on.
date. Look at the date.
7th, you 7th for the 7th.
Yeah, 7/7,
Uh,
2005.
oh, yeah.
The London bombings. Fucking hell, I remember
Yeah.
that. You know what? I remember that morning. My missus come and woke me up.
Oh, do you know what? I was at school and I was at primary school back then. And we didn't know about it until I got out of the hospital, got out of school at quarter past 3, quarter past 3.
Mm.
Um, yeah, that's when I knew about it. Um,
Yeah, man, I
it's
knew
like
as soon
with
it happened, like as soon as it broke the news, that she woke me up, and I was like, "What the fuck's the matter with you?" She's like, "Quick, quick, see the news," and I was like, "What?" And I was like, sat there just like even like half asleep, thinking, what the fuck is this shit? What the fuck's going down here?" And then when
mm,
it all came out and all became clear what had happened, it's like, fucking hell.
mm, it's shocking. It was shocking. But
As for this incident with these two, I'd say, first of all, get yourselves educated.
yeah,
Um, I mean, it's whether they're sort of racist deep down. I don't probably not. I don't think so. I mean, they're from France. I mean, I think it's France has been a country that has been multicultural for a long, long time. So I think it's just more ignorance and um, a bit of kind of bravado, like kind of because they're so important apparently. You know what I mean? But it's still unacceptable, and I don't know why it's not. I've never heard about this before until now. If this happened in 2019, why is it only coming out now? I don't get that.
yeah. I don't get it. Why is it not coming out now? I'm just gonna bring back some sort of um, just to give the background to it.
Hmm.
So, Storm, uh, French duo in hot water after leaked video clip. It's more than fucking hot water, mate. It's more like a fucking oven. Um, Barcelona and France football stars and Ousmane Dembele and Antoine Griezmann have landed themselves in a massive racism row after appearing to mocking Asian workers in a video that has leaked online. In it, the duo seems to be ridiculing local technicians as they attempt to fix a television in their hotel room. However, it is unclear where the video originated. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
No,
matter where it fucking originates from. It's what it does, what's in it.
that's saying it.
Uh, Apparently, from what that has been translated, um, is the translation and yeah, um, yeah. All these ugly faces just so you can play Pez Pro Evolution Soccer. Aren't you ashamed? Dembele tells Griezmann. What kind of backward language is that? Is your country technology advanced or not? Yet they invented the fucking game.
Hmm.
You're fucking playing, right? Are you lot dickheads? Do you
I mean,
like
it's a,
honestly?
it's a, there's a kind of I don't know what the argument is from their side, or I mean,
Well, there is no
e-
argument.
either way, it is. It's kind of. You know, it's not good, is it? But I mean, if that's the whole translation of what was said, I mean, was there any? What did they say anything like actually against where they're from or their skin color?
No, they just mocked the fact of how one of the Asian fans, one of the Asian workers looked, and their language that they spoke. So
yeah, I mean, you know what? Like I said at the start, I don't think they are like, you know, that way inclined. I think it's a little bit of being uneducated and a bit of like ignorance, and you know, that kind of sense of we're so important we can say what we like. You know what I mean? I think there's some of that going on there, to be fair, but it is totally out of order. You know, you're saying that in that position that you're in that kind, because that's how it right. It is a privileged position, playing for your country, playing for a big club.
Yeah.
You know, it's a privileged position that you're in. Connor, big up.
Big up, Connor. Yeah, not bad. You?
Yeah, I'm fine. Good. So I was in a bit of a rush to get on. I'm here now.
Yeah. Shane, United, big up yourself. I'm disgusted in both of them. But does Dembele think you can't be racist towards people of his people of his colour, but he can be racist towards a bear? Sorry, I'll say that again. I'm disgusted in the both of them, but does Dembele think you can't be racist towards people because of his skin, because of his colour, but can be racist towards Asians, no to any form of racism? That's a very good point, actually. Right? Does he feel that he has like the right? Maybe I don't want to say the right, but he thinks he can get away with it.
I don't know. I mean, if you put yourself in their shoes, they're kind of, you know, they're only young. You know, they're only, I don't know how old they were then, but they're young, privileged guys who
work it out from.
You know,
well, I know Griezmann's 30 years old, and that was 2017, that video, so he would have been 26.
Well, that was 2019.
Was that 2019? Oh, well, then again, he's even older then. So.
All right, okay.
He would have been 28.
But I don't think they're like. Well, I say I don't think, but that's my opinion. I don't think they're like.
But then I will say this, right, before we go any further about thinking about it. It's not the first time Dembele's been caught in a racism round. Dembele and exposed for racism. They've apologised for the video anyway. It all took place on Instagram. I was therefore not targeting at any community. I just to use this expression. Friends regardless of their origin. They've been saying how they apologise for it. But if you can see here, I don't think it's the first time they've been involved in such a scandal. It's not the first time Griezmann has been involved in a controversy surrounding racism. Not so much Dembele, but I think more Griezmann. In 2017, the 30-year-old shocked people when he dressed in a black face for a fancy dress party.
Was that Griezmann?
Yeah.
Whoa,
that's supposed to be Antoine Griezmann.
Okay, so you know what? He's clearly stupid, isn't he? Obviously, clearly stupid. I mean, do you know what I mean? Fucking hell!
Wow, that's the first. That's in 2017. So that's
grip. I mean, do you know who is it who advises these people? I mean,
I haven't got a clue. I have not got the funniest idea.
It's just fucking ridiculous.
Honestly, you use your brain. Honestly,
oh, God.
It's
you know, it's not like they've got a good brain for football, but come on, football matters not when you're talking about life itself and being the best you can be. Nothing else matters. Because at the end of the day, and I'll tell you this now, for any people watching who think I don't care about this and I don't care about that. There will come a time in your life when you're in a really terrible spot, and you're gonna be so
Big up, Lewis.
sorry. You're gonna be so sorry for all the bad things that you've done, and you're gonna be praying to God, crying, hoping that you're gonna get saved. That's just how it is. That's life. That is simply life, mate. That's how it works, right? So my advice to everyone is, if you are an out-and-out racist, you just don't like people of any kind of colour apart from your own, then you know what? Keep it to yourself. Don't fucking get in touch with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't get in touch with us.
Disappear.
Get out of my life. Stay away from
Or
me.
even better, do us all a favour, yeah, and
Fuck
go
off.
and fucking play on the motorway or something. Or go and learn
Jump
to
off a
swim in
building.
the fucking sea if you can't swim. That's a good place to start.
Yeah,
We
jump.
just don't need it. Don't want
Go
it.
to the top of the highest building and jump off it, please.
This is the biggest. You know what? Do you know the biggest achievement in mankind? Do you know what it will be?
What?
In my opinion, the biggest achievement in our history, in our evolution and everything, will be the day when we no longer look at somebody and see their colour.
Yeah.
We just see a person. That for me will be the biggest fucking achievement we've ever overcome, because that means that we can. If we listen, this is the thing for me. If we can get to the moon, we can create this vaccine in fucking under a year for this nasty virus. We can do all these things, but we still can't.
Stop racism.
Why?
Connor, do you have an answer why?
I don't. I do think, though, that, everything that's been happening, when you had the whole George Floyd protest, that sort of died out. If we want something to happen, it's something that we have to keep talking about it and keep, making sure the right people in the right places in power to try and keep the message going, instead of it just being a protest and it dies out, and then until the next thing happens, it's got to keep going and going and going.
You know what, Connor? Do you know what? It's funny you should say that, because somebody once questioned why I don't put my camera on and had a go at me about it, right, and called me a catfish and all this bullshit.
Yeah.
And that is exactly the reason why
they know who they are. Fuck them.
I don't have my camera on, is because of what you just said. It's because I've got this constant reminder right there when I'm speaking. People look at that picture, and that's my message to everyone. That's me. That's me there. I don't want any kind of discrimination, racism, sexism, homophobia, fucking xenophobia, whatever. I don't want it. Don't come near me with it, because that symbol tells you that's what I ain't down with that shit.
I mean, my issue with the video is, why is it only coming to light now? Why has it taken 2 years?
Yeah,
and then
it doesn't fit their program. It doesn't fit their like. It doesn't fit. Maybe, do you think it's because it's the Asian? They're going to target the Asian community, and it's Dembele. It doesn't fit the agenda.
I mean,
it's got to be. You have to be racist to a certain race before, rather than anyone else.
I just had a really mad idea in my head there, like a kind of a vision, like a storyline, like 1984 George Orwell. Just imagine if all our kids now had a secret pact with each other. That was right when we become an age, men. When we become men, and we hear this, and people are still doing this, we're gonna tie them up in the streets to lampposts, and we're gonna out them. We're gonna expose them, and we're gonna fucking do whatever you do to them. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Because I'll tell you something.
We'd also do us a favour.
What?
Anyone that falsely accused people, can we do them as well?
Yeah, but for me, I don't know if you agree, Connor, but for me, I've been banging on about this since I actually started Rise and I came online, and that is, it's education. There's no two ways about it. You've got to, but do you know what though? There has to be an element of real fucking shock. There has to be. There's no point in being namby-pamby, right? And they're talking about Black History Month. Fucking month? What are you talking about? A month? Where the fuck does a month come from? Whoever it was who said it, who's fucking better placed than me.
Do you know what Morgan Freeman said?
Yeah, he said. Yes, exactly. That was who it was. Yes, exactly.
Why are you trying to divide it?
Drop the month from the end of it, okay? Get right down to the fucking base of it, and teach the kids, our children, like I am doing with my son. You teach them, but at the same time you have to show them things, and they have to be shown things and experience things that are shocking, that upsets them, in order for it to sink in and become something that they talk about amongst themselves in groups, in the playground, online, or wherever it be, that this is not cool. This is not fucking cool. That then starts, the seed is then planted, and then it will grow. And it will become just as unacceptable now. If I walked out of my house right now and went up to, I don't know, let's just say I went up to a woman and started fucking beating her up, what do you think would happen?
Oh yeah, you get arrested first straight away.
Yeah, you people are like, what the fuck are you doing? You can't do that. I'd get beat up myself by folks going past in their cars. They'd jump out and say, "What are you fucking doing?"
In history, when I was at high school, one of the history topics we covered was actually about the slave trade, and about slavery and all of that, and also how it was abolished as well.
Yeah.
So, and we watched the film of them transporting them to America, and that was shocking. To be honest, we had to get permission to watch it, and it was shocking.
Yeah.
Right, and I don't know anyone from that year that is a racist. Don't know any of them. That shocked everyone in that year.
I mean, I'm quite lucky because where I was brought up is one of the most culturally diverse. Like, honestly, I'm being honest. During secondary school, I didn't have any friends who were white. All my friends were from different countries, different creeds, different colors, whatever, different religions, and I loved that. And then I remember we learned in GCSE history. We did, even in for A levels, we did the civil rights movement in America. Only in America, then obviously it moved to when I did my A levels, it was more, the emphasis was on sort of civil rights of all of like America. So you had South America with all like the native, like the sort of the Red Indians and all that, and obviously women as well. So we learned a lot about that. And I think growing up, I'm in university now, so that was only a few years ago, really. But even in secondary school and colleges or sixth forms, I think there is still, these issues don't get talked about enough. Not just that you don't just need to learn in history, but I want to apply it more to sort of modern day history. What's going on in the world right now that we can talk about at schools? And it's lovely learning about stuff happening in the 1940s and 50s and whatever, but what about now? Because those events in the past did obviously shape the way we think now, but ultimately they're in the past. What about what's happening right now? And what can we do to change it for the future generations, for our children, for the next bunch of school kids who are going to be learning about that? Will they even need to learn about that? Because, these times are more important when you've got these videos surfacing and people making comments about this, and, see George Floyd, things which are happening right now in 2020, 2021, those things are slightly more important because they're affecting us a lot more than what happened in 1940, because they're right in front of our faces. So how can we stop it now?
I think there's a bit of it's the emotional aspect of it that I think that they need to look at. If you can emotionally affect somebody, if you can alter their emotions, you've got much more chance of making them look at something differently. Do you know what I mean? You really have. It's as simple as that, in my opinion. And this is why I'm saying about has to be shocking to the youth and the kids. It has to be something that really, really makes them like, feel the need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because communication is key to our evolution, to where we are now from where we started.
I completely agree with you. And we learned that there's one particular boy called Emmett Till. You might have heard of him. We actually saw, basically, just to sum the story up, it was in the 40s or 50s. He was in in the south of America, and he apparently wolf whistled at this white lady.
Yeah.
Now, he was only, I think he was 12 years old, so around 11, 12, 13, so, younger than all of us. And he basically, his wife, the girl he wolf whistled at told her husband, who then got her brother-in-law, and they basically went to his house, kidnapped him, beat him up, killed him, and then tied him to a fan, and then sunk him. They went to court. They admitted they were guilty. The jury still let them off because guess what? It was an all-white jury. And the mum of Emmett Till put out the pictures of basically her battered, dead son, which then that started the civil rights movement pretty much. That, and obviously Rosa Parks refusing to not move on the bus, but that was a really big point. And you can see even the pictures now if you search up. It is really, though that type of thing made me feel sick in my mouth. When I saw that, learned about that, I was like, oh my god, like, and because you can type on Google, go on Google Images, it show you the pictures of his dead body, battered, bruised. His face was literally, it was almost like it didn't even look like a human anymore. That's honestly what it looked like. But those types of things, you need to. I mean, that happened a long time ago. But then again, you look at the 1950s. Well, that's only 80 something years ago, or whatever. That's not that long ago. People who were alive at that time are still alive now. Then you look at the George Floyd thing that happened last year, and then you see all these black people who are getting shot in the streets or not getting the right opportunities as what a white person would do. I've got 2 young nephews who are mixed race, and do I fear them a little bit? Yeah, I do, because they might not also get the same opportunities as what I'm doing, but also they might be perceived as something else because of the color of their skin. Whereas if they walk into a shop and, with their hood up, they're looked on. I might go into a shop with my hood up. I don't get looked the same as what they would do. Why is that? That's a question that people should be asking. It shouldn't be like that. I should be looked the same as what they are, and vice versa.
Do you know what? Here, look. This what you've. Fucking hell! I'm looking at it right now. Jesus fucking Christ! I mean,
yeah.
What it says here. It says John Madison on Twitter. Then it says, quote, "Let the people see. Racial violence, injustice, and hate must be witnessed, so it cannot be ignored." This is what I'm getting at. Exactly those fucking words right there. This is the kind of thing I'm getting at, because I'm looking at that now, and I'm quite fucking shocked. To be fair, I really am. I feel a bit numb looking at that. It's fucking. Oh man, that is. You know what? I mean, if that shocks me like that, imagine what it'll do to a fucking 10-year-old, 9-year-old.
Not working.
You know what I mean? That is.
Sorry, Jordan, it's not working. Sorry, but what? Yeah, sorry, I was trying to get the link.
But you know, it's like now I'm gonna get my son to watch American History X.
And the link in for us for that.
Mississippi Burning, and In the Heat of the Night, because they have real powerful elements.
Mississippi Burning is fantastic.
Yeah, it is. It's how it kind of makes it real that what this is just bullshit. This is just pure fucking shittery bullshittery. And
even watch there's a film called Selma, and there's also one called, I watched it on Netflix, it's called The Best of Enemies or something. Basically, it's actually based on a true story. I forgot what her name was, but it's all to do with basically getting equal rights for schools. And then the guy who was the head of the KKK actually turned on the KKK himself and said, well, actually, this is wrong. That's obviously in the end of the film, but how they got there was fantastic, and that film was superb. But there's so many great films based on real life, which you can, easily teach these young children, whether it's your own children or school kids or whatever, and make them realise what life was like. Remember, that's only a film, and even then it touches me. Imagine what it's like in real life, you know, at that time. So, yeah.
It's but you know what? This is what I have mentioned it before, that, and there was I can't remember who it was. He was on the stream at the time, but agreed that. And I was saying about maybe I'm willing to like work with anybody who's got good ideas in terms of creating something and putting something together in terms of like performing arts education around this subject.
Yeah.
Because if you do that and it's done right, and you show it to these kids at the right age, trust me, it will shock the pants off them. And obviously, you know what, you'd have to maybe get some permissions from parents and all the rest of it. But I'm sure most parents would. And again, and I know this might sound controversial, but then there will be some parents who will say, "Oh no, I don't want my son taking part because they are racists."
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You will get that. You will fucking get that shit. Let me tell you that. There's some people that just cannot be changed, who cannot be, helped or convinced or whatever it is you need to fucking do to them, that what they're doing is wrong. People just, you know, some people just can't. They just can't do it. And it's a fucking. I mean, it's 2020 bastard fucking one, man. For fuck's sake.
The 20.
You know what? It needs. You know what? I'll tell you what.
21st century, it needs nothing.
I'll tell you fucking what, right? If I was the fucking like the prime minister of this country right fucking now, it'd be the law be passed. I know there are certain laws around racism and everything else, but no, proper fucking laws. You do this because it's not what you say. It's not what you say. It's the when you say something like that and it's not punished enough. It's like driving a stake deep into the ground, and it takes ages to pull it out and remove it. Every time it happens and it's not punished correctly, it's like a stake in the ground. You can't get it out. It takes you a long time. It's like trying to pull a tree out, with, by its roots. How long is that going to take? A long time. So they have to start punishing it more strictly and more stiffly, in my opinion.
Yeah,
it has to be
static.
Whether it be online abuse, these Twitter and everyone else. I mean, look, even this platform we're on right now, right? YouTube. You tell them, right? Listen, YouTube is a really great platform. We know that, but it has also got a responsibility, and also it has got the power to make some kind of impact and start altering people's way of thinking. Because if they're willing to put adverts on about fucking shaving things and fucking other shit, right? They should be doing it of themselves and actually asking people who have been racially abused from different backgrounds, how would you like to see us tackle this problem on our platform? So you know what? You know what you say to that? You go, okay, yeah, stories like this, Emmett Till. You're going to put an advert out. You put an advert out like that, showing that image with text on it saying this is not acceptable, this or whatever you want to put on there. But things like that just pop up on your videos, just so that people get again, shock value. Do you know what I mean? If you want to shock value us with advertising so you can make money, use your power to fucking alter people's way of thinking.
Static. Wanted to get your opinion on this leaked video scandal, whatever you want to call it.
First of all, hi everyone.
Big up.
Well said, talk. I literally had to wait for it to finish and then talk.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
I saw it a few days ago. I was not impressed. To be honest, I was absolutely disgusted by what I saw by both of them, especially Dembele. And I actually speak a little bit of French, so I could understand what they were saying. It's just, it wasn't very nice. So I'm not going to repeat the exact words they said. So, but yeah, Dembele, Griezmann. They're totally out of order for what they did. Just
Disgraceful.
yeah, it's absolutely disgraceful. Yeah, I totally agree. Who was that said that? Tom?
Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Yeah.
First time we talk. Nice to meet you. But yeah, just I'm absolutely disgusted, boys.
Yeah, Tom. Obviously, you're very angry about this.
I'm sorry to swear, but it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah,
It's a disgrace. It is an absolute disgrace. People, like Talk said, people in these sort of positions, they get paid God knows how much money a week. What, 500 grand a week? To make fucking comments like this? It's disgusting. And the worst thing about video, social media, worst fucking place for it. Worst place for it to ever happen on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can
I just say as well,
if they've put that on at 2019, why is it taking 2 years?
That's what I mean. That's my point. Why is it only coming to light now?
Let's just remember as well. Sense. When did words become less harmful than actions? Right. Again, if I went outside now and started attacking somebody, I'm going to get fucking arrested and I'm going to get locked up. If I go outside and start attacking somebody verbally about their sexual orientation, their skin color, their nationality, or whatever, I'll probably just get I don't know what they fucking do, whatever. But it still hurts. It still has it. It causes the same kind of pain. You get physical pain. You get mental pain. And at the end of the day, you've got to remember that we are only here. We have a life. We all have our own life, whatever that lifespan be, and none of us should ever be in a position where we spend a portion of that time that we have feeling bad about who we are because what somebody else says, and that's fucking wrong. Should not be happening. 2020 fucking one. Get a grip, people.
Yeah. Well said.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said earlier, you're having a go at the exact people who make the fucking game.
All of this over a game.
They probably made the fucking TV as well.
Yeah, I'm surprised Dembele didn't get up and do it himself.
I know. I mean, honestly.
But listen, I'm just saying, for me as a black person to see that, I'm absolutely disgusted. So, and I get comments. Can I just say something? I get comments all the time from just random people like they're like, oh, and and it just when people say oh, black people aren't racist, well, not the ones that I know. So yeah, some of my ex-friends, they said a lot of racist comments, and I wasn't friends with them anymore for those reasons. So yeah. And I just said to them, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're from a different. Doesn't matter if they're different to us. You cannot say that whatsoever. Yeah, I know we've received it, but you can't go around and say that. It's just two wrongs don't make a right.
It makes it's like I said, also just looking at the WoW as well, is that, like I said earlier, it's not the first time Griezmann's been involved in such shit.
No, I remember he had his face painted black. Oh, I was mortified. Oh,
I don't think it was painted black. His whole body was painted black.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I mean that was just ridiculous. I mean,
when I saw that.
I mean, but this is the thing: is this just lack of education on his behalf? You know what I mean? Is this because surely you've got to be? You must understand. If you don't understand what that action that you're doing, the offence that it's going to cause, right? Then you need educating about. Well, listen, you can't do that. You just can't do that.
Guys, do you remember that tweet by Bernardo Silva to his teammate Mendy? Mendy said, he was like, "Oh, it's a joke," but then obviously that tweet got taken down, and obviously Bernardo Silva said, "Well, everyone's overreacting." It's just
but that was slightly different because Benjamin Mendy, it was all part. He had a joke between. Yes, it is still wrong.
He said it was a joke as well, Mendy. That's
that's the thing. If it's a personal joke between two people, I mean, if the other person's accepting it, okay, that's fine. But when you're, painting yourselves black, or you're making fun out of people who,
that's much worse, Connor.
Yeah. So I think there's a sort of with what Bernardo did. He probably shouldn't have put it on social media or whatever. But it was a joke between him and a black person who was like, "Well, I don't find out it's a joke."
In a minute. I've got to get some in pain. So I'll be back in a second.
All right, mate. No, you're right, but Connor, I want to just say thanks, mate, for I never knew about Emmett Till, and I'm going to have to read this story because I don't know if any of you guys have heard of Emmett Till.
No, please say it. What's the story?
Well, Connor just told me, and if Connor wants, if you're probably better placed than me to explain, Connor, what it was that happened.
So basically Emmett Till was, I think he was 11 or 12, and he was just a normal boy who, because in the 40s and 50s and stuff, I mean, America was a very racist place, but if you lived in the north, they were a bit more tolerant to what colour skin you had, whereas if you're in the south, being a black person in the south was a big no-no.
Yeah.
He came down from the north to the south, and he, as a joke, wolf whistled at a white lady. He's a very young boy. He thought it was a bit of a joke. That would have been accepted in where he lived, but not down in the south. So the person he whistled at then told her husband, who told his brother-in-law. They went round to Emmett Till's house, beat him up. You can see pictures online of his face completely blown out when he was dead. They then shot him. They then tied him to a fan and let him sink in a river. It went to court. They admitted they were guilty. They pleaded guilty, but they got off because there was a white jury, and apparently there was a lack of evidence, even though obviously it was just a corrupt court system. And even then, a few years later, after he died, Emmett Till, the two people who killed him even did a magazine. They said, "Yeah, we killed him. This is what we did to him." Went through all of it again. The case didn't get reopened, but then there's pictures all online of it was an open casket funeral because the mum wanted to see what had happened to the boy, and you can see the pictures of him, and I've never felt sick in my life. I felt physically sick seeing
what, you can find pictures of this?
There's a dead, you can see him.
I'm looking at it right now, and it is fucking very shocking.
It's dreadful, but his mum did it for a reason, because for that type of reaction, and that's what's really started off the civil rights movement in America, because that was, a really big thing. And obviously, like I said, that wasn't a long time ago. That was, I think, in 1955 or something. Actually, I checked. So that wasn't that long ago when you think about it. I said to talk earlier, there's people who are still alive now that lived through that. So, this is exactly what I mean. This is that type of thing shouldn't be happening, especially to a boy who's so young. But that's how brutal they were to even someone who thought,
check the private chat.
Thank you, Stephen. I'll check it out. I'll check out the link.
Yeah.
And the thing is that we know that this is not a one-off story, right? There's going to be lots of other stories like Emmett Till that we don't know about, and that's
there'll be more coming.
That's the sad thing, isn't it? That we, I mean.
Do you know what's funny? No, there'll be more stories next. But do you know what? If England lose tonight, for example, say we win the penalties, Rashford misses the penalty, the only penalty in the penalty shootout, for example, and we get knocked out. There's another story. Next morning there'll be another story about it.
But we know that because we listen. I know what you're saying, but listen, we already know that.
It's a shame that Rashford has to be so fucking immune to it, right? Like, he puts. I'm not about statements saying, it doesn't really. What you say doesn't really affect me or anything like that. But
Stephen, I've sent the link in the private chat.
It's disgusting. You shouldn't have to fucking come out with a statement saying "fuck you lot," right? Because
but
it shouldn't be happening in the first place.
But this is the thing: is not just Marcus. Any black person who is racially abused, who says that, it's because there's nobody else saying it for them. Who else is saying it? Who else is backing?
They don't even have to be black. if you want to talk about racism, then we can just look at Bulgaria, England,
Yeah.
with the Nazi salutes and all that neo-Nazi groups and all this outside of the stadium is disgusting. Absolutely disgraceful.
I know it's in all corners and but if this is the thing is I mean I've heard it myself from I'm not going to say from who, but somebody who I go on stream with a lot, who is black, who said that it's just one of those, it's just something that you kind of get used to, and you're like, fucking what?
Yeah,
it's bullshit though. It's fucking bullshit. Why the fuck? I mean, get to fuck. All right, I'll tell you what then. You're gonna have to get used to living with it. Then every time I kick your fucking front door in and come in and help yourself to your goods that you've worked hard for, fuck off. If you're gonna lock people up for doing that, then that for what? And racism is fucking 1,000 times worse. Fuck off. What is it?
Yeah.
It's all about fucking, what do they call it? Material things, isn't it? Fuck people's emotions. No, we don't care about that. It's all about money and get to fuck. It's bullshit. It really fucking is, man. And seeing images like that just fucking really gets me angry.
I mean, you see that picture, especially. You see what a lovely boy it was, and then you look at the picture next to it.
I know it's fucking out. It's fucking hell, man.
Disgusting.
It's just, and to think that they actually got away with it is just even fucking worse, man. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, what the fuck? I know. All right, listen. The laws in America, we were just talking about Mississippi burning, and in that where that Sheriff Stuckey says this is sexist. This is Mississippi. What happens in Mississippi, in other words, stays in Mississippi, and there ain't a fucking thing you can do about it. It's like, how can that fucking be?
Well,
has that not changed? That surely must have changed.
That's the thing, because when all that stuff was happening, when that whole thing with Rosa Parks happened, and they thought it was a big success because they managed to, you could sit wherever you wanted on the bus. That only applied in that state. So every other place in Southern America we're still nothing's happening here. So it was sort of like one step forward, but then did we actually make any progress because it's only happened in one place? Or because it was very difficult. And obviously you've got to remember as well, at that time America was fighting Vietnam. So every president, whether it was Eisenhower or Johnson or whatever, or JFK, they were almost sort of, well, we have to sort Vietnam out, and obviously there's this big civil rights issue, But then again, a lot of black people were being sent to Vietnam to fight for America. So it was almost well, it's a bit hypocritical. You're not helping black people with their fight, but you're sending them out to. And in
the Second World War.
Yeah. So it's okay using them. Okay, well, you'll be, because obviously in America they're very big over war veterans. They treat them like kings. So okay, if a black person was fighting in Vietnam, how would you treat them when they came back? Because they did whatever a white man could do. They had to hold a gun. Probably had PTSD, left their family for a long time, probably lost loved ones in the war as well, But you still look down on them because, well, they're black, but they still fought for your freedom, still fought for you to be a capitalist country, to try and keep the communism away. So it was the amount of hypocrites. There was so many hypocrites, because it was okay them basically almost, giving up their life to fight for America, and even in that war with Vietnam was useless because they were just scared that communism was going to be spread all around the world.
The Americans fucking paranoid, aren't they?
Yeah.
Listen, have you seen? Anybody seen Amistad as well?
I'm trying to think. What was it about?
Amistad. It was about I think it was a slave ship. I think. Let me just double check this 1 second. I remember seeing it with my missus at the cinema, and I was like, fucking. Honestly, I was so fucking angry.
Yeah.
It says La Amistad was a slave ship transporting captured Africans from Spanish Cuba to the United States in 1839. Joseph Cleek I can't pronounce his name, a leader of the Africans, leads a mutiny on the actual ship. If no one's ever seen it, you've got to go and watch it. It is a really, really good film. And it's also quite educational. And again, this is what it's about, in my opinion. It's about also it's not just about education. It's also about accepting. There has to be an acceptance in the terms of, I understand that if I commit a crime, I have to pay the price, and the same must apply to being racist. If you are racist, that is a crime. You must accept the consequences that are now offered to you for what you have done. You have done that thing knowing beforehand that this is wrong and it's a crime. That's how it should be. This is why I can't be doing with people who start going on about like prison reform and all this other kind of reform and mamby-pambiness, because it's bullshit. I know, as well as you do, Connor, you do Static, Stephen and Tom, we all know if we go out there and steal something from a shop, that's wrong and we're going to get done for it. Right? And if you choose to do it still,
yes,
right? And then start whinging about it. It's no, you knew. It's like when that guy who somebody broke into his house and he killed him. Yeah. Now I had a big argument with somebody about that because somebody was saying that's out of order and I said, you what? I said, yeah. I said, you what? It's out of order. He said, what? He said, if somebody comes in your house then and it's like, and you have no idea what their intentions are, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna like try and talk to them or whatever. Or if you get the first opportunity, you're gonna try and make sure they can't do anything to hurt you or your family, aren't you? Because that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And if I put a sign on my door, that says, if you enter my property, I will take it that you are here to fucking cause me or my family harm, I will react. And I will do what I need to do to immobilize you, end the story. Then that's what it says. And if you choose to still do that, and then I then do that, right? And then you start whinging about it, why have you got any right to whinge about it when you've been fucking warned? And the same applies to racism. It should be in the fucking law. It's just as bad as raping. It's just as bad as fucking stealing. It's just as bad as wife beating and fucking whatever else. It's just as bad, and it needs to be put into law like that.
Do you know what it needs to be doing as well? Like, no,
pay the fucking price.
Sports. You see, like Sky Sports, they've only just come up with saying, "Oh yeah, look, they've apologized for the video." Why didn't you fucking call it out 2 years ago? Right? You called it out as soon as what happened with George Floyd and all that rubbish, right? You called it out with all that, but when it comes to like him being abusive to the Asian community, you do fuck all. You don't fucking stand for racism, do you?
Well, this is the thing.
Make it sound look good.
Listen, when you look at racism, when you look at it,
do it in all forms.
Above, right? It's not separate. It's there. It's like if you all right. Let's put it this way. It's like looking at a stone on the floor. Okay, and when you look at it from above, that's what it is. That's racism. It ain't loads of little stones with this bit and that bit and this bit to that bit and that for that and this for that. No, but then when you come down from the bird's eye view and look at it on a proper angle, you see the layers of it. It's not. It's layered. Racism has got layers. It ain't got separate things. It's the layers, and those layers go fucking deep. And this is what I was getting at before when I was talking about when you drive that stake into the floor and you try and pull it out. The deeper that stake goes in, the harder it is to remove afterwards, because it's set and it's deeper. So it takes a longer time to get it out. And this is what I'm saying about when people make comments and say things, and then it's sort of like, oh well, that wasn't too bad, and it's not. That's not the point here. It's the fucking point of that's driving the stake in further and making it harder to get it fucking out. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. You got to. There has to be a decision made by people who've got that power to say no more. Enough is enough, and these are now the laws of this country. If you don't like those laws, and then I'm sorry, but you either go live somewhere else or you abide by those laws. And if you break the laws, these are the consequences. And you have to accept that. This is what we are as a society, and what makes us be able to walk down the road to go to the shop, right, without somebody robbing me, because there's laws in place to stop it. If I was black and I went down to the shop and somebody makes a comment, there's no law there to stop that, is there really? Is there? Let's have it right. And it's not fucking right. It's not right. It's not. It ain't right.
No. But it's like, yeah, protecting. Well, you shouldn't be protecting. Here's the point as well. Is like these. Look how many say like you're watching Euros right now.
Mm.
How many people look up to the footballers right now? Right? How many people like kids in England at the minute are looking up to like the players that are going to take the field tonight? Right?
Mm.
Same as like in France. How many people are going to be looking up to Dembele, Griezmann, right, to do the business and win them the Euros, right? Right. So you're looking up to them, and then you're doing that shit, and then because nothing's done, and it's taken 2 fucking years for it to do something, right? It's gone around for 2 years, thinking like, oh yeah, that's okay. I'll give in. And what's worse is that first one, like back in 2017, surely if that caused an upset back then, right? Why is Dembele mates with him then? It's just been racist to you, to your colour. Why are you friends with him? And then being racist yourself. It makes no sense. It makes no fucking sense. I don't know. It's no matter what. I think it's no matter what. I think the only thing you can do is just try and do what you know you can do with yourself and with our platform. And of course, any sort of abuse on here, you're not allowed near us at all.
Somebody's put the thumbs down. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, you know what I mean?
I know who they are. I know who they are. I know who they are. No. This
is the thing. You see, you've got somebody, right? Whoever's put that thumbs down is quite clearly a racist, in my opinion. I don't care what anybody else says. In my opinion, whoever did that, there's 2 now. No, there's 2.
No, I know who done that, and I know you're watching.
You're racist, people. Whoever's put those thumbs down, right?
Yeah,
that is a psychological. That's like back of your mind.
People,
they are
racists,
and they don't want to admit it. They're hiding it. They're suppressing their racial prejudice because they've come into the stream and they've put that thumbs down. That tells you everything you need to know. And this is the battle that we're up against. Is this kind of
It's all, we know who they are.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? There's 3. Now there's 3. I don't know. Maybe that's a glitch thing. Maybe it's a glitch. I don't know. It seems a bit weird that there's 3.
I don't think it is.
I hope it is a glitch.
I hope it is. Obviously, I hope it is. It's just like a glitch. But I got a feeling it's just. I got a feeling it's.
See 4. Yeah, it's got to be a glitch. It's got to be.
It's either a glitch. Well, in that case, YouTube are racist then.
Yeah, well, listen. Like I said, they have the power, in my opinion. They have the power and the technology to. They can change it. If this organization can say to YouTube, oh, we can't have kids on now with cameras at such an age. You can't target adverts at kids because it's just not fair. You go, wait the fucking minute. Okay then. Well, how about educating them then around racism? Then how about that? Then if they can't do that, then you know what I mean? It's not all about profit and money and position.
There's 6 now.
Yeah, it's a glitch, man. It's a glitch.
It is a glitch. Yeah, it's a glitch. That's good. That's good.
At
least someone's got sense.
And if it ain't, then I pity those who've clicked it. I really do. Because one day I'm gonna have so much fun. One day, one day I'm gonna. When the time is right, I'm gonna have so much fun watching people. I'm not into cancel culture. What I am into is justice. I am big time into justice and people getting what they fucking deserve for being such fucking twats. Simple as that. And don't think that we forgot about it, people. Do not make the mistake of thinking that it's all under the carpet now and it's all gone away, because it fucking ain't. It's sat right there on my
the video's been taken. The video's been taken down, so yeah, it's all done with. It's all dealt with.
It's right there on my desktop, and I shall do what I fucking please with it when I choose to do it. All right, and I've got loads of backup, mate. I've got fucking loads of backup. You have got fuck all. You hide behind other people. You are cowards. You are fucking. You're nobodies. You're fucking cowards and nobodies. And I'm still waiting for one of you to come and have a go at me on my fucking Twitter, because I know you ain't got the guts or the balls to do it.
Yeah, you have a go at me because it's Stephen. It's a pushover.
You ever go at Stephen because he's ill and he's young?
Yeah.
You ain't coming near me. You ain't coming near fucking me, because you know I ain't gonna stand for that shit. All right. So bring it if you fucking want to go out. Have a go at anyone. You come and have a go at me, because I will give it you back. Simple. Fucking simple. Stephen, right, bro?
What's that?
You went and disappeared.
Yeah. That pressed the wrong bloody button.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
don't fucking worry, people. It's right there, man. I've got to do what I'll do what I fucking please to do. And I'm not just talking about the video either. I'm talking about other stuff, other evidence that puts people in a totally different light. Totally different light. And I've had many conversations with many people about this subject, and they all come to the same conclusion: that it was all done for fucking clout, you wankers. You clout-chasing wankers, right? I want subs, I want followers on Twitter. What can I do? Oh, we'll paint up this guy as to being a racist. Well, he fucking ain't, you cunts. Now, fuck off. Next time you come anywhere near this channel, right? Next time you come anywhere near this channel, I'm going to fucking name and shame you. And I'll tell you now how many there was. There was like 5 of yous, and you fucking know who you are. And one of yous, oh yeah, I forgot about this. One of yous with your fucking old Twitter account that was posting homophobic fucking tweets that you seem to have forgot about, which we found. Oh yeah, forgot about that, didn't you? Well, we fucking ain't. I ain't. I've got that and all in a folder. Fucking screenshots of it. Yeah. You remember when Melina and Bargav? Remember?
Yeah.
And they said, oh, we found something very interesting about a certain person. And I was like, what's that? And they told me, and I went, you fucking what? And they showed it me, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Also, not just that, we've also got a clip of a certain individual explaining how a certain situation.
Oh, was it his mate? Yeah, that he heard that was racist, but he did fuck all. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember. I got that on one of my streams, didn't I?
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
So listen.
Clicked.
You drop your shit. You keep coming to us and also sending people.
Oh, by the way,
other people to try and convince them.
Hang on. But before that weekend as well, right? Before that game, before that weekend, you also agree with us that it's all a bullshit.
Oh yeah, got that and all. So you're just a fucking hypocrite, you wanker.
Okay, solved. Anyway, anyway, we're gonna have to leave it there anyway, because I've got to prepare for the watch along. I know, I've got to prepare for the watch along. Unless there's anything else anyone wants to add. Static, do you want to add anything?
No, I'm good, boys. I'm good. I'm just
cool.
Static, man. The static's in the background thinking talks on a mad one here.
listen. I'll just let talk. I'll let talk speak on behalf of me. That's fine.
Yeah, that's it, mate. That's it, man. You know what? That's it, man. I've got a voice and I'm gonna fucking use it, mate. You know that.
Yeah. By the way, you are doing a fantastic job, talk. Keep it up. So yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Cheers, appreciate it.
I mean,
you know
obviously, Static. I mean, like you said. I mean, I'm sorry. That night, that beautiful moment was just beautiful. I couldn't stop laughing. I don't like hearing his voice, but trust me, I like playing Absolute. It's funny.
Yeah. And do you know what? Do you know what the funny thing is how
I'll block you and go tell you to follow racist. Yet Static is a black person.
Yep.
I
right. I'm right.
Work that one out.
I know, and it's just ridiculous,
Yeah.
mate. But you know what? The funny thing.
Yes, I am a black person. I'm proud to be one. So yeah.
Yeah. Sure, you should be.
I mean,
always.
You should be, mate.
I've
always got your back, mate. Trust me.
Yeah,
you know that.
Thank you,
You
boys.
know that.
Anyone that's gonna have my back, I've got your back. Don't care who you are. Right? Simple as that. And I've had that I've said that from the very beginning.
Yeah, you did. I haven't forgotten. Thank you.
So, yeah. And anyone that comes on this channel regularly, they know this. Anyone that still backs me, they know this, right?
Yeah. They know you're a real one, Stephen.
Even people, right, that you go on other channels, right, and go and give support to. I'm not naming, but you were on another channel the other day, and I didn't come on because I didn't want to cause an upset on that channel. I went on the next one, right? But you were just on there doing a basketball show, by the way. There's a clue, right, mate? Right? Yeah? That host of that channel, mate, tell you what, he still backs me. Doesn't see me as a racist either. What are you going to say to him? Right? And certain other people as well that have had me on their channels that you know see me on there. Can't stand it, can you? Your gender's shit. Your gender is shit. Right? And one day, we are going to name drop every fucker on this planet. Right? Because I'm fucked off with it. And I don't care who I fucking bring in. I don't care no more. You can try and stop me. Try and stop me.
I look forward to when that day happens. And it will happen very
Stephen,
soon.
there ain't no stopping.
No one's stopping me now.
Mate.
No, you think I'm fucking still like up here fucked because look, what I've got to go to the hospital every week, mate. My level. Do we see why my 17 saying my levels are gradually getting better on every stream? Because I'm mentally well, motherfuckers. I can think. I can think again.
Yeah. And do you know what? Do you know the worst thing is like calling somebody. Right. Listen. For me, when this
falsely
happens,
accusing someone is the worst thing you can do.
Right. Because you know what I said. Right. When I put it in this way to a certain person, right, who was being accused, I said, "Do you not understand what this implies?" And they were like, "What?" And I said, "This implies that you hate more than half the world's population because of that statement they're making against you." And when you thought about that, it became very painful. It became very painful for not just one person, actually. There was two. It became very painful because they not even looked at it from that angle, which is the angle that I look at it from. You're not, because like I said, you know what? You can't separate racism. You can't separate it. So if you call somebody a racist, that's powerful.
Me a racist because
that is powerful shit.
Because I support someone because they've got evidence saying they didn't fucking hear it. No, I'm not dropping it because you're bragging me into it. So it ain't over. I'll say it when it's over.
Yeah, that's it. You say when it's over, Stephen, because it's your decision.
I'll say it when it's over, and it'll be over when that fucking channel is fucking gone. Because he might not be in the cancel culture. I'm not really into cancel culture. I like people just leave and get on with do with their shit.
Yeah, but this is the thing.
On a fucking exception.
Hold on. Listen, this is the thing.
I don't like people having. I never wish my illness on anyone. There's certain fucking individuals in this world I fucking do, because they get a fucking life shock of their life.
If they keep their business to themselves and stop spreading bullshit,
just we've told them time again, leave me alone.
Just drop the bullshit, because if you don't, I'll tell you what, you're gonna be. You will be sorry. You will be sorry, because you're gonna have. And don't think you're gonna get clout from it, because you ain't gonna get clout from it. Because trust me, the way that this has been put together, what I've got, it's not, mate. You ain't getting clout from it. You are gonna get negative clout, mate. Trust me, big time. So drop your shit. Drop the agenda.
You're sending your people that
keep yourself
what,
to
you
yourself.
Mystic Werewolf. You think you don't? I don't know where Mystic Werewolf comes from. He's a mod on your channel, mate.
Mm.
You think I'm stupid? You're watching me. I'm in your head. Rent-free. Mortgage paid.
Don't forget. Also, we've had somebody come up from your channel, messaging Stephen, mentioning no names.
Yeah,
but somebody come from your channel.
Message me a massive apology, saying you don't want to be involved. You're dragging me into it all the time. Yeah, and you're dragging him into it all the time. Yeah, and then next week he's on your fucking channel. Fucking liar.
So you're trying to come out and bait Stephen into saying something that you try and use against him.
So desperate.
Sad, very sad indeed. And listen, the other thing is you ain't got no backup at all, because I already know that. Speaking to certain individuals, no one gives a fuck about you lot. So drop your shit, or you will gonna get. I'm gonna fucking squash you like a bug. Do you understand?
It's my final fucking warning. I swear to God, it's my final warning. Oh, I'll just tell someone to just drop it, and I'll just join in on the party.
Mm.
It'll be a bigger party than England winning the fucking Euros, mate. Which is going to happen, by the way. It's coming on.
It's coming on. It's coming on, folks.
It's coming on, boys. Right, and I'm going to be praising the first. And I'm going to be praising the first players that I'm going to be praising. Right, it's not Kane, it's not Grealish, it's not Foden. It's my boy Saka. My boy Saka.
Yeah, actually, he's starting tonight, isn't he, Saka? I love Saka.
He's starting tonight.
Yeah,
Get it.
Saka's starting tonight.
Yes.
I've got
my boy, Haaland.
Listen, let me just say one thing, right? We've said that's what we're saying, right? We put it out there, so you absorb that and do as you will with it. But don't ever say that we didn't.
Do what you want. Come threaten me. I don't care.
Right, we give you an opportunity to stop the bullshit and stop the harassment when it's not just.
You've even come and undone. Right? You even. Do you know what you even did? Right. You even the next morning after that whole fucking incident, that whole fucking stream, saying, "Oh yeah, I heard you liked that video last night. You were watching. Oh, thanks for the new fucking F1 co-host. Well, I got someone better than me, and he's 10 times better than that fucking prick. He knows what he's talking about." I've got pricks that know what I know what the DRS system is. I know what the DRS system is now.
I know what it is. It's the drastically reduced spastic syndrome or something. I can't remember. Something like that, anyway. Something like that, innit? I've got very statistics and I've got certificates to prove it, mate.
No, so yeah, I know about that, right? And we've got people that are so intelligent on F1, it puts you to shame, honestly. So nice try.
And I'm sorry. And listen, also as well, yeah. I'm sorry I don't put my camera on, because I know it upsets. Certain individuals. Wait. But it's okay for one of theirs to not have his on me. Oh, because it's him. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's okay, but not you. No, you can't not have your camera on. No, he can do what he wants because he's him. Do you know how fucking stupid you sound? And let me tell you this. I'm older than you. I'm older than you lot, and I've had a fucking tough life, mate. Let me tell you that on the streets of Manchester, around Salford, right? And I've got the scars to fucking prove it. And let me tell you,
trust me, I've lived 6 lives.
Yeah.
6. I've not once had a chance to do what I wanted to. Technically, I was forced to be doing this because I've got nothing else. And you try and take it away from me because of a charity. Because you took down a charity channel for 16 subs.
Yeah.
That night.
And let me tell you this, man. I have been in some dark places. I've been in some really fucking terrible positions.
They talk about mental health, right? You ever thought about committing suicide? I fucking have. Many fucking times. I thought about taking this and slitting my throat with it.
Listen, I can tell you some stories.
And I'm usually a positive guy.
I could tell you some stories, mate, what I've been through, mate. But you know what? Now's not the time or the place to
try
do
being
that.
11 and then realising you're going to get a liver transplant, you're fucking dead. Try processing that and having to say goodbye to your parents because you're about to go in an induced coma. Post that for your fucking brain.
So, folks, I think you can gather that we are still rather bitter about what was said and what was done. So the advice to you is from us is stay away from Steven's channel. Don't ever mention him again on your streams, and everything will be fine. You can do what you do. We'll do what we do.
If you want to stay on YouTube,
if you want to persist,
if you want to stay on YouTube, basically, leave me the fuck alone and let me do what I want to do. You threaten me again, I will fucking say something. I'll say every name.
And let me say this. Let me say this as well. There is a lot of people now in our community who know about this. Some of it, not all of it, but they know about some of it, and they are ready to back us up. Big time.
Static tried called you out for fuck's sake, and what did you try to block him?
I did.
Yeah, big up Static. Yeah, because Static, man, you know the fucking.
I told him,
how it works, mate.
Yeah, I even told him I unsubscribed.
Did I tell? Plus, can I also hang on? Static. Did I also tell you what I said? I told you my side, what I have said and what they have said, what I have done and what they have done. Giving you the whole, not just what they've done, both sides. Just before we get that straight. Alright. So they're like saying I've got evidence. What evidence? If it was evidence, you would have dropped it that night, you fuckers. You know what I mean?
I'm just seeing Danny's comment. I hear what you're saying. Obviously,
I hear what you're saying, mate. But it's been 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, whatever, and they're still trying it. I mean, I know for a fact you tried to fucking come at him as well. I know you did. It only makes sense. It was you lot. Try and be racist to him.
Thank you, John.
Trying to make sure he doesn't come back on my channel, like you've done with other people. Go to my friends, try and turn them against me, right? So make sure I don't go on their channel. Basically, tear my channel down, and no one comes near me again, right? What did they all tell you to do? Fuck off.
Hey. Yeah.
Right? I had to try and get him back in a better place because they've never experienced that before, and you tried to fucking target. I know you fucking did.
Yeah, it could only be them lot, because why would anybody else do that? And it was the same. Do you not find it a bit of a coincidence that when Melina and Bargav were racially abused as well? Do you remember that? Not long after.
Yeah.
Had anything like that ever happened before on your channel before that stream was done? No. So
I don't remember.
We know it's them. They are accusing you of supporting or being racism or whatever, and they are actually being racist to people.
Have you ever been in that guy?
Crazy.
Hang on, were you on that stream that night as well? Plus, got your audio notes, by the way, and plus, were you actually in fucking inside Matt's brain that night? Were you actually inside their brain that you could fucking tell?
Hold on, Stephen, listen. Let me just say this. I can't remember which stream it was, but there was a stream not long ago, and I think there was either me and you and somebody else, right? And nobody, there was only you or somebody else was talking. They were talking to me, right? Directly at me. And I didn't even hear a fucking word they said, and I actually said, what? Sorry.
How many times have I gone, hello? I
said, sorry. I said, sorry, I didn't not hear a word. I said, I didn't hear what you said then. Can you just repeat what you said? And they was like, they were a bit like, eh? How could you
How
not
many
hear
times
what I
I've
said? I
been
was the only
watching a
one
game? How many
talking.
times I've been watching a game during these Euros and I've gone, missed that.
Hey.
If you take the piss out of me, I'm like,
But anyway, listen, mate. Listen, I've got enough. I've got
So,
enough.
look,
I've got
we're
enough muscles to take on any
saying,
cunt. I don't give a fuck who
just
they are.
basically do me a favour, you lot, and do me a favour. Just do this.
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah. Next time they come knocking on your door, you just got to say that, or play the other clip when they start chatting shit.
Oh,
Hold
yeah.
on, hold on, Luca. Luca, are you sure you haven't got a pair of teeth and a tongue in your ass, mate? Because he's very good at talking.
Are you mad? Are you mad?
Because that's what they're doing, talking shit. I think they've all got tongues and teeth in their ass, mate. Let me tell you that.
That's good.
But anyway, listen, I don't give two fucks, mate. I don't care.
Fuck it, let's worry about the Euros, man. Let's fuck it.
I ain't scared of no motherfucker,
That's
mate.
it, they've had enough
airtime right now. Let me make that clear now.
They've had enough airtime. Let's put it that way.
Bring your shit. You know where my Twitter is, motherfuckers? Bring it. Come on, let's see how fucking good your shoes are for dancing, mate.
I don't give a fuck, man.
This.
Just do what you want.
I've got the best.
Man.
Hold on. I've got the best dancing shoes in town, son. All right. I've got the best dancing shoes in town, mate.
Thank you, and Steve. Thank you, Stephen and Talk, for helping me in a big way. I had never experienced any racist word in my life. Really appreciate it, and it shows that we are a family.
Yes, John.
I was the first one on the case.
Well said, John.
Yes, John.
And you
and as soon as I found out of Stephen, so Stephen was upset about it, and I was like, yeah, what's happened? And he told me. I was, nah.
And I bet you fucking target Anthony as well. I bet you there's another one that was called Anthony on there. It comes on. He's an F1 fan, a Red Bull fan. Bet you target him as well. Bet you did. Don't worry, he'll be back. Right, we'll be stronger.
It's funny, you know what? I've experienced
thank you guys,
this.
Actually, I should thank him actually, because now I don't give a fuck. I'm not stronger than this now. I'm not that weakling that just cry in the corner.
I remember, listen, let me tell you this. I got taught by my father and my brothers one rule in life. And they said, never judge somebody by what they look like or anything. If you do not know who they are, if you don't know who they are, right, do not start a problem with them because for that specific reason, because you do not know who they are.
There's one assumption that my dad always never to use. My dad always taught me about assumptions. Exactly, because they assume I'm a racist, obviously. Assumption's the mother of all fuck-ups. And they're about to have the mother of all fuck-ups.
Listen, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this is a story, right? There's a guy I know from Manchester. He's well known, right? And he's only small. He's only about 5 foot. He's only about 5'6", right? Listening. He's about 5'6".
I know.
Right?
I got to read this comment out. Anthony Mexer was targeted too, and unfortunately left the channel. But we'll be back for the next Grand Prix at Silverstone, the British Grand Prix.
Get in, Anthony.
Come on. Get in.
Well, listen to this. Let me just tell you this. Let me just tell you this story. Let me tell you this story. This guy, he's like 5'6", right? He's got like a Prince William hairline, and he wears glasses.
And he's fucking hell.
Listen. Hold on.
Yeah.
Right. And he's really skinny, right? And somebody made the mistake. Somebody made the mistake of having a go at him and taking the piss out of him, right? Mm-hmm. And then I seen a video of them people who were doing that on their knees, begging to not be hurt, right? Not be fucking hurt. Simple as that. And because you know why? Because this guy was a fucking big name, but they didn't know that. They judged him because of the way he looked, and they come a proper cropper, mate. Because I tell you, it was funny watching the fucking video. I tell you that. Let me tell you that it was funny because you know this is the thing. Don't ever judge anybody.
But
you know what
like I've said from the very start, it's like I'm not the strongest person on this planet, right? Definitely not. I'm probably one of the weakest, right? I would lose in a boxing match, which is why I love how like Lanzi came over and said you're going to be in a boxing match,
John.
The other day, right? Oh yeah, don't think I noticed that in the chat. How is he doing, by the way? Tell him I said hi.
Yeah, I mean, what's all that about? Why would you do that? Why would you come in?
Sometimes something tells me you were sending him as well, but there you go. We move.
I mean,
Anyway, mate, obviously I'm not going to a boxing match, but I'll tell you one thing.
I'll get in a boxing match with him.
No, I'll get in a boxing match.
I would.
But in a mental, hang on, in a mental, no, because here's the thing. In a mental game, right, there is no fucking way you'll beat me. Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
What was I doing the next morning after that? You were trying to come at me on my own channel. Trying to come at me from the very start. Trying to come in my own fucking stream. Right? And when I suggested to do it privately, you even fucking then backed out and said, I don't want to fucking do it. You just wanted to come on and fucking tear me apart even further.
Oh, yeah.
You little twat. Right? That was on the next stream. Right? And then, right? Now, nah. You can't go near me now. Not mentally. No way. No one beats me. No one beats me. Right?
Yeah. Hey, nobody beats me mentally.
No
or
one
physically,
beats
mate.
me.
Let me tell you that.
No, talk. No one beats me mentally in a fight. No way. No way. Right? 6 transplants takes a lot of this. And even then, I'm still not well. And it takes a lot of this to just keep going. I've had to literally sit there and pray to myself, not to anyone else. I'm not religious, but hope that I might get better, because I'm not going to do it myself. It's not going to be done by them. I've been discharged from my own specialist hospital. That's how much they thought it was never going to be fixed. It was never going to be fixed.
Right. Listen, let's knock on the head now, because we're getting cold now. I need to eat. I need to eat some food, man.
I know. But what I just say
need to rest and
what
then
I just say,
get
what
ready.
I just say is that I'll just say this is that despite them discharging and everything, I'm now getting better.
Yes, big up for that.
I am now getting better.
Well done.
And you know what?
That's
Hold on. One sec. We ain't going to let these people drag us down to their level. So listen, we've said what we've said. Take it on board. Simple as that.
Just leave us alone.
Big up to John. Big up to Jordan. Big up to Static and Melina.
Anthony.
And everybody else.
Thank you, Talk.
Anthony.
Big love to everyone.
Big up, Anthony. Hope to see you back.
Yeah,
And the
you know
haters
that.
as well. You'll get what's coming to you.
Yeah.
Haters.
Yeah.
Leon, you'll find out probably in time, mate. Don't you worry.
Yes, Lion Sniper. He's not been on for a while, has he?
Yeah.
You come.
I'm sorry if
I'm
sorry if I didn't get you on the other. What's happened?
Keep calm and reload.
Yeah, keep calm, reload.
Get my charger now.
Yeah. Yeah. Big ups, dude. It's an awesome stream. Thank you. Yeah, but just had to get it off our chest. But anyway, we're gonna leave it there. Got the watch along at 7:30, so I've got to move everything downstairs. That's gonna be fun. And yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm fucking nervous actually. I'm quite nervous actually.
Yeah, me too.
I'll tell you what, I said to you before, I've got a nervous feeling, but it's not like the usual nervousness. It's like a more of an excited kind of feeling. It's weird. I never had it before.
Mate, you're always welcome here.
Honestly.
You're always welcome here, mate. Right. Big up everyone. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, and the share button as well. Share on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Right. Share the last 20 minutes on Twitter if you really want to. But actually 20 minutes. It's more like been half an hour actually. But there you go. Yeah,
if you want more, mate, there's more. If you want more,
mate, we could go on for ages.
I'm like a vending machine, mate. I'll just keep going.
Yeah, that's why they call you Talk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I tell you what, yeah, I could.
This is why I have this.
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah, that's it now. I'm shutting up now. I'm gonna eat my tea. Get ready for this game.
Yeah,
because it's coming home, folks.
It's coming home.
It's coming home.
It's coming home.
It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home.
It's
I'm staying calm.
I'm
So
not on any
excited
Twitter
now.
or socials, then you'll find out yourself in time. Don't you worry.
So excited, man.
But
My top's
anyway,
coming. I'm gonna have to
hit
take
the
my
like
top
button,
off
hit the
because
subscribe button, hit the join button as well. Join the membership, become a member today. Loads of perks. We're going to be doing members only streams once we get enough members on board, on level 2 or 3, that is. I'll be hopefully getting an email from CLDF seeing what they can offer, and then add that into the perk system. So you might be getting a free t-shirt if you pay enough, if you've been a member for long enough and paid monthly enough for long enough. So yeah, make sure you do that. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and we will be back at 7:30. Yeah, and along with the membership, don't forget you can also hit the Just Giving page below, because 100% of the donation does go to Children's Liver Disease. The join membership is just there if you want to be doing it every month, and you know what I mean. And obviously you've got the super chats if you really want to, but the Just Giving page is even better than the super chats. Let's be honest. But yeah, make sure you do that. Make sure you do all that, and we'll be back at 7:30 with the watch along to England versus Denmark. And if you look at the thumbnail that's coming up, it's sick. It's sick. It's a sick thumbnail. Right. Anyway, until then, take care. Bye. It's coming on.
Bye, everyone.